What is up, cool kids? I'm Cool Trainer Gavin, and welcome to the start of week 2 of the GPL. Today we're doing the team builder against my good friend, HitmonScott, and the Halifax Hitmontops. Looking at his team, which I will throw up on the other side, on the screen now, his team's scary. His team has a lot of really viable threats. He's got Celesteela. Manaphy is absolutely terrifying with Tail Glow shenanigans. What else has he got? I don't have this list in front of me, so I'm just going off the top of my head. Flygon can be really annoying. Base 100 attack, base 100 speed is really good. What's his other OU? Either way, you guys can see it. Oh, Mega Venusaur. Mega Venusaur is terrifying. It just doesn't die. But I think just in general we have a pretty good matchup overall this week. Because a lot of our Pokemon just put in a lot of work against his team. Probably the thing that I'm most worried about, I would say, is Z Rain Dance HP Electric Manaphy. That destroys my entire team. Outside of a little bit Heliolisk. But hoping he doesn't have that, we have this wonderful Mantine set here, Chabra, the Mantine, with the Aguav Berry. Mantine is bulky enough to afford to run one of these berries. Almost nothing OHKOs it. With this set, even +3 HP Electric from Manaphy is not a guaranteed OHKO. There's a chance we live it. I mean, it's not a great chance, but it is still a chance. So that is absolutely phenomenal, and in the event that we do live it, or any other hit, we just click Haze, and then let Mantine die, then have Bulu or potentially Heliolisk come out and take care of it. This is also here just a fish for Scald Burns. You know, if we can potentially get a chance to burn his, I know he has Gliscor, if we can burn the Gliscor before it gets its Toxic Orb up, that immediately destroys that Gliscor. Excuse me. We're also here to defog. This team does not have rocks, and I'm kind of afraid because I love playing with rocks. Funnily enough, I'm a geologist. But I definitely think it will sort of affect some of the roles that we have. Because, you know, obviously, hazards make your roles easier. It makes it easier to kill things on a switch-in if you make a prediction. And just general chipping away helps pick up KOs when you need them. So I'm a little bit afraid, but if I'm not gonna have rocks, neither is he, and I'm gonna do everything I can to keep rocks up or off my side of the field. So that's pretty much Mantine. It also takes a hit from +1, potentially depending on the set, +2 Flygon if it has Dragon Dance, and then we can Haze. I considered running Ice Beam on this instead, but I just don't have room for it. I think we need Haze, we need Scald to fish for burns, we need Roost for longevity, and we need Defog for rocks. So, this is a really great set. Even not fully invested, Mantine eats special hits. So, enough about Mantine. I love Mantine. Moving on. We have Dilafo making a return. This time, Specs. I don't remember what I ran it last week. Did I run it Specs last week? I think I did. But we're running Specs again. Exact same set, in fact, with Dry Skin to potentially switch into Manaphy if I think, say I have Hutran out and I want to switch Dilafo in. We have a water immunity, so that's pretty cool. Thunderbolt does, I don't think it's a guaranteed OHKO. It might be a guaranteed OHKO. Actually, no. No, it's not. I remember doing that calc. It's not a guaranteed OHKO, but it is a very solid chance to OHKO. Sorry, work stuff. And just in general, this does a lot of work against his team. This will take a huge chunk out of Gliscor. This beats Celesteela. If we can potentially catch the Venusaur before it Mega Evolves, that'd be really cool. And Hype Voice is just there for generic, you know, spammableness. He doesn't have much that will take 2 of them, besides Celesteela, Gliscor, and Mega Venusaur. So Dilopho just hits really hard. Max special attack, max speed. No really other set to run outside of a Choice Scarf or a Life Orb. Then we have Wesley Snipes, the Necrozma. This is my win con from the beginning. I'm running this spread right here because the game plan is to let something die. Maybe not let something die, but something will probably end up dying to Mega Venusaur at some point. Now the goal is to send out Necrozma, Autotomize up on the turn he switches out, and then just obliterate his team. Nothing on his team takes 2 attacks. Celesteela is the only thing that might take 2 Heat Waves. Venusaur does not take 2 Photon Geysers. Nothing on his team takes 2 Photon Geysers, outside of things that resist it. Signal Beam is there exclusively for Malamar, because an AV Malamar takes 2 Heat Waves pretty easily. I think it actually takes 3, and can KO me back with like a knockoff, or if he's just running full Spadef instead of an Assault Vest, he can Topsy-Turvy me and get rid of my +2 and make it a -2, so I don't want that to happen. So we're running Signal Beam exclusively for the Malamar, because, everything else is covered by Heat Wave and Photon Geyser. I considered running Calm Mind, but I don't think I really need it with the Life Orb and the base 127 special attack. Then we have Boolin, Tapu Bulu, with the Rocky Helmet. I ran Rocky Helmet and full Fizz Death for the Cinccino. Cinccino can actually really mess up a team if you don't play around it carefully. So the idea for this is to be able to switch into a Tail Slap, Skill Link Tail Slap, because he'll take a lot of damage. I don't remember the amount off the top of my head. So it will take almost full damage if it takes 1/6 of its health. If it already has a little chip damage from something, Rocky Helmet will kill it if it lands the Tail Slap. And then other than that, we're just running full Fizz Death just to kind of be annoying. Bulu isn't here to do too much damage, it's to just kind of sit on the field and chip away at things with Nature's Madness, Leech Seed, get some health back with Horn Leech. But by and large, Bulu is just here to set up grassy terrain for Jack Black, our Hawlucha. We're running not even close to fully invested in speed, because his team is not overly fast. He has a Sceptile, which is fairly fast, and he has... Wait, does he have Sceptile, or is that Cubowhack? I've been preparing for both teams the last couple days. But either way, this outspeeds everything on his team easily. I think even Choice Scarfers it outspeeds. But it's nice to have that much cushion. Excuse me. It's nice to have that much cushion, because then we can put some stuff in HP, which will let us live some hits that we might not otherwise. So I'm running Acrobatics, High Jump, Kick, and Sword Stance. Those are all 3 really standard moves. And then sometimes I've seen people run Bulk Up, potentially. I've seen people run Encore for some tech. Iron Head, Poison Jab for different things. But I decided to run Fire Punch. Just because even though Fire Punch is super effective, High Jump Kick still does more damage to Celesteela, just because it's stab and it's base 130. But I will never, ever, ever feel comfortable High Jump Kicking a Celesteela because of how often they run Protect. So I'm running Fire Punch, because I think at +2, Celesteela takes a fair amount. It almost always does over 50%. So Hawlucha, I think, is another win con. I think Wesley Snipes is my better win con, if I'm being honest, just because nothing takes 2 hits from it, really. But nothing really takes 2 hits from Hawlucha either. Hawlucha just takes a little bit more work to get set up. And then finally, we have a Mordor, our Scarf Heatran. I really wanted to run Eruption on this thing, because that would just destroy anything that it hits. But apparently Eruption Heatran is from an event, and it needs to be Quiet Nature, which lowers your speed. So obviously, I even looked into running that running that set with just max speed investment, but quiet nature, and it doesn't outspeed almost anything, even with the Choice Scarf. So I decided to run Will-O-Wisp instead, just because Earth Power is just there kind of for coverage. It doesn't hit anything especially hard, but it's just there for things that might resist Flamethrower. Flash Cannon does nothing to his team, so between Flamethrower and Earth Power, one of these two will always hit whatever I'm trying to hit harder than Flash Cannon will, one of the two. So I decided to run Will-O-Wisp instead. And then for fun, I put Nature Power on here, just for the odd scenario where if Grassy Terrain is up and we have this out against Manaphy, I will outspeed it unless it is Choice Scarf or we got a +1 from Z Rain Dance. And then I can turn Nature Power into Energy Ball with the Grassy Terrain and do a big chunk of damage as it probably tries to set up on what he thinks will be a switch. So that is my team. I feel very confident for this game. But you never know. Scott can be pretty wily. Let me know what you guys think of this team. Keep an eye out for the actual match going up tomorrow, and check out Scott's channel. He's a great guy. He makes some very entertaining vlogs, if I do say so. But thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video as much as I did, please like and or subscribe. Follow me on Twitter and Twitch at CoolTrainerGav. And until next time, smile you later.